Did you know the average person can easily lose tens of thousands of dollars over their lifetime simply because they didn't figure out how to build good credit early on? Look, getting that very first piece of plastic can feel like a massive milestone, but without the right map, it is essentially a financial minefield. So let's dive right into this explainer. We're going to unroll the beginner's blueprint for demystifying your first credit card. Think of this as your ultimate financial cheat code for building a rock-solid foundation, totally stress-free. Building your financial profile is exactly like building a house, so we've got a step-by-step agenda today. Number 1, why credit actually matters. Number 2, choosing your first card. Number 3, the 3 golden rules. Number 4, the secured card option. And number 5, your financial future. All right, let's set the stakes. Section 1, why credit actually matters. It's incredibly easy to think of a credit card as just a convenient little piece of plastic you tap at the coffee shop, right? But you have to ask yourself, what is it truly buying you in the grand scheme of your life? It is absolutely not about those daily purchases. It's about the long-term financial track record you are actively building behind the scenes. Basically, think of your credit score as your adult GPA. It's a universal grade the rest of the world uses to measure exactly how reliable you are. And that adult GPA acts as your passport to the real world. A landlord runs a credit check because they want hard mathematical proof that you actually pay your obligations on time before they hand over the keys to an apartment. Beyond just renting, having a high score can literally save you tens of thousands of dollars in interest when you go to buy a car or a home later on. Honestly, it can even be the deciding factor for employers when you're applying for certain jobs. You are proving to the world that you're trustworthy. So, knowing those massive stakes, let's pour the concrete. Section 2, choosing your first card. We have to instantly shift our mindset away from a super common beginner mistake. It's so easy to get lured in by those shiny, heavy metal premium cards offering massive travel points. But what a lot of people don't realize is that those cards often come with like $500 annual fees that your starter spending habits cannot possibly offset. You absolutely do not need an expensive top-tier card to start building a stellar profile. Stick to the beginner blueprint. Find a card with a $0 annual fee, a reasonable interest rate, and simple rewards that actually match your life. When you're comparing your beginner options, you want to pay close attention to features that give you real practical value. Cashback on groceries is great, sure, but things like robust fraud protection and free credit score monitoring are absolutely vital. That free monitoring is basically a set of training wheels for your first year. It lets you log in, watch your adult GPA grow in real time, and instantly see how your daily financial habits directly impact your score. Now that we've got the card, we need to know how to use it. Section 3. The 3 golden rules. Rule number 1, and this is the most critical: pay your statement balance in full every single month. Doing this lets you enjoy the convenience and the rewards of the card without ever paying the bank a single dime in extra interest. Carrying a balance is a brutal trap because of compounding interest. A harmless $1,000 balance can completely spiral out of control if you're only paying the minimums, turning a cheap purchase into a years-long mountain of debt. Let the card work for you, not the other way around. Rule number 2 is all about your credit utilization ratio. You might hear experts say, keep your usage below 30%, meaning if you have a $1,000 limit, don't carry more than a $300 balance. Keeping that slice of the pie small signals to lenders that you aren't overextended. But here's a little secret. While 30% is the standard rule of thumb, keeping your utilization under 10% is the ultimate hack for achieving an elite credit score much, much faster. And rule 3, look at this number 1. The weight of this concept literally cannot be overstated. You cannot have even one single late payment. Payment history makes up a massive 35% of your total FICO score. That means just one 30-day late payment can completely tank your score overnight. It creates a structural crack in your foundation that stays on your report for up to 7 years. Missing a payment is simply not an option. But hey, let's be honest, life gets chaotic and we're all human. To completely bypass the anxiety of forgetting a due date, the absolute best hack is to set up automatic payments the very day you activate your card. Automating your minimum payments, or ideally your full statement balance, is the ultimate set it and forget it shield against your own bad memory. It takes human error totally out of the equation. Okay, but what if you have zero credit history and banks just keep rejecting you for a standard card? Section 4, the secured card option. A secured credit card requires an upfront, refundable security deposit that usually becomes your exact credit limit. If you put down $200, your limit is $200. Now, beginners sometimes confuse this with a debit card because it feels like you're just spending your own cash. But the game changer here is that a debit card does absolutely nothing for your credit score, while a secured card actively reports your payments to the credit bureaus, building that adult GPA just like a regular card. The roadmap with the secured card is highly predictable and super effective. First, you pay your deposit. Then, you use the card strictly for small, everyday stuff, like gas or groceries, and you do that responsibly for about 6 to 12 months. Once you prove you're reliable over that time, the credit card company will generally refund your deposit entirely and seamlessly graduate you to a standard unsecured card. It's the perfect stepping stone. Let's wrap things up and look at the big picture. Section 5, your financial future. To protect everything you're building, you have to radically shift your mindset away from this dangerous idea of free money. The psychological trap for so many beginners is getting approved for, say, a $5,000 limit and suddenly mistaking that for extra income. It is not. If you can truly internalize that a credit card is just a secure routing tool for money you already have in the bank, you will permanently avoid the debt trap. Only charge what you can comfortably afford to repay. By making those small purchases, paying the balance in full, and just staying insanely consistent, you are going to build a remarkably powerful credit score. Bringing it all back to our house metaphor, the strong foundation you're laying today with a simple piece of plastic is exactly what will allow you to buy the house of your dreams a decade from now. Consistency is the whole shebang. It turns small, responsible choices into lifelong financial peace of mind. The credit card industry literally banks billions of dollars every single year on beginners making careless mistakes, missing payments, and racking up exorbitant interest. But now that you have the complete blueprint and you know exactly how the mechanics work, it's time to flip the script. Are you ready to step up and use their own tool to build your wealth instead of theirs? Start small, stay disciplined, and take total control of your financial power today.